How you doing, Ross?
Yeah, man. Truth Brigade, here's doing an interview. Welcome to your freedom fighter, lost in Berlin. Hi, my name's Russ, lost in Berlin. I'm a rapper, spoken word artist, poet. I live on the west coast of Scotland in Loch Gilphead in Argyll and Bute, and I'm out here fighting for freedom. I got into the freedom protest movement through a good friend, Mia, and I'd wanted to do something about it for a while but didn't really know how to go about that, and then through meeting my friend I got into the protest movement, started going to some protests in Glasgow, then I went down to London and went to the protest at the end of June, and then went to Parliament Square on the 19th of July.
Policy like sculpture, skull fashion, existentialism in the mind state. Democracy is finished, future's only what they dictate. Where the fuck's your anger, knew that happy people lost their pride. Declination proving to the...
I think it's been absolutely tyrannical. I think the government has completely abandoned its people. It's following orders from people above their station. I think your Boris Johnsons, your Nicola Sturgeons, all world leaders at the minute, they're puppets.
Yeah, Nicola Sturgeon gonna hunt you for your war crimes. Boris Johnson comes to hunt you for your war crimes. Matt Hancock comes to hunt you for your war crimes. Priti Patel comes to hunt you for your war crimes.
Breaking down small businesses, destroying people's lives, their careers, their livelihoods. What motivates me is that I've got 8-year-old twins, and I pretty much do that for them, exclusively for them. I do not want them to grow up into a world where the government can take their freedom away at a flick of a finger. And that's what motivates me. That's what makes me want to put myself out there, because I know what I'm doing puts me in a tight position, because I'm openly dissenting the government in public. But the effect that it's had on my life in lockdown, my mental health at times has been a struggle. I felt isolated. Especially living out on Loch Gilphead on the west coast of Scotland. It's a very small town with a small population, and being the only person in a supermarket that doesn't muzzle up. And if you knew what the government were really up to, you wouldn't put that face nappy anywhere near your face, that show of submission. You wouldn't do it. It's things like that that motivate me, seeing the injustice in the world right now, and seeing that my kids have to grow up into this totalitarian nightmare. I won't stand for it, and I'll go out on the streets and I'll protect them. I don't know, I'm just rapping on the streets, but that's something, it's doing something right now, it's putting out the message, it's hopefully making, planting a few seeds and hoping that people can listen. To be honest, I think it's been slightly pitiful. There's only a handful of rappers that I know in quite a large scene that have an opinion on this and make it vocal. I find it slightly embarrassing that it takes an Englishman to have to fight the battle up here almost on my own, as a public face, standing at the top of Buchanan Street in front of 300 people.
Handle business from the get-go. Mechanistic constructs to normalise solutions. Mindscape to scale up the wars
and openly dissenting towards the government over the overreach, the state overreach into our personal liberties and freedoms. And I think hip-hop was born out of protest music, Public Enemy. And I think the spirit of hip-hop is in protest. It's in expressing frustrations, pains, oppression. And I think the spirit of hip-hop almost implores Scottish rappers to come out and start being a bit more vocal about this. I've seen far too many rappers just toe the line. A lot of the Scottish hip-hop rappers need to start standing up because I think they need to understand they may not have a future. So I'd implore any Scottish rapper out there to start showing a bit more courage and actually speaking up, because people need us right now. We have a voice, we have a power in our voice. The last 18 months has been really tough. Like I say, living out on the west coast of Scotland in a very small town. Maybe different if you're living in a city, more multicultural, more diverse. Maybe get more opinions in the city. I mean, out where I live, I'm convinced everyone in my local town thinks I'm crazy. And it's only through meeting groups like Awake, Argyll and Bute that you realise there's other people out there And I want to put that out to everybody that is in Argyll Butte. I represent your area, and although people can't maybe think for themselves right now in Gilpin and a lot of these little towns, they seem to just listen to what the government's say and react. I want everybody who does question the narrative, but maybe is too afraid to speak, I want you to know that I represent you. I'm there for you. I'm on the street for you, as well as my kids. I'm on the street for everybody that has been terrorised in the last 18 months. Everybody that feels victimised, that feels alienated. I'm there for you, I'm your voice. So anybody that hears this interview, feel free to message me. If there's any content that you think I should rap about, anything that you think I'm missing, I'm happy to hear, and I want to represent everyone's views. I'm here for the people. I'm here with a ton of love in my heart and conviction in my soul, and I will fight for everyone.
These are the sounds of
Lost in Berlin, out here fighting for everybody's freedoms. Lost in Berlin, but still doing it right. Let's go. Yo, check it. Yo. Lawlessness abound in the policies of government, breaking people down, no immunity to suffering. Socially conditioned to embrace all the fear. Truth, it might be painful, but I'm hoping you can hear. Yeah, I'm just hoping that you hear. Truth, it might be painful, but I'm hoping that you hear. Yeah, I'm just hoping that you hear. Truth, it might be painful, but I'm hoping you can hear. Medical apartheid running rampage through the system. NHS been Nazified, the cure outweigh the symptom. Separating loved ones so family members died alone. And forced vaccinations for our children is their Game of Thrones. Big tech, that's the enemy of freedom. Biggest trick they pulled is in convincing you need them. Track you where you go and censor information. Mind control, the devil's in the details. Quite literally they let you know. Dumbing down a generation, clueless is an understatement. Independent thinking, never welcome in the conversation. Hard to think outside where you've been locked up in a box. Lockdowns they work and now you're broken and you're lost. Conditioned into thinking that your freedom has a cost. So if the clock shots in your arm, I'll let you know your freedom's gone. Our kids are human beings, never pack them with the poison. Truth is we will win this, see the light on the horizon. Love over fear, that's the music that my soul can hear. So if you've done me dirty, this is karma, come to make it clear. Don't talk about the new cats, they get slicker than the old school. Authority crack a whip, they do exactly what they're told to. Now the pressure's rising and it's taking its toll. Get some Pink Floyd needed for you bricks in the wall, hey. For all you bricks in the wall, get some Pink Floyd needed for all you bricks in the wall. My kids are all I've got up in this tangled web of lies. So all that matters now is I can look them in the eye. Yeah, I can look them in the eye. All that matters now is I can look them in the eye. Lawlessness abound in the policies of government, breaking people down, no immunity to suffering. Socially conditioned to embrace all the fear. Truth, it might be painful, but I'm hoping you can hear. Yeah, I'm just hoping you can hear. The truth, it might be painful, but I'm hoping you can hear. Yeah, I'm just hoping you can hear.